everyone, RetroRewind here, and this is a VR to Ollie, 8-Bit Boy UK. That's right. I was watching his vlog, very good, enjoyed it. He started to do a bit of a vlog, and at the end of his vlog, he basically tagged me. He did a section called, what was it? Collection Goals, if I remember rightly. Collection Goals. And he tagged me because obviously, like he said, both me and him went for a full set mass system, and we both, I think we're both pretty much were full onto it and going guns ho, and finished pretty much round about the same time, which I'm sure was end of 2022. I know November 2022 was for me when I got home alone, and Ollie himself has been pushing into going for the Mark III collection of the mass system, and also picking up the odd Mega Drive, I believe. I do know he's dabbles in the Switch and like the PS5, PS4, I believe. I'm not too much into my modern, but I know he does that kind of thing. So obviously he knows I've slowed down. I've noticed that myself today when I checked my bank account to see if a payment had gone out for something, and I was quite surprised how much money I had in there. And I was like, yeah, it's a real key sign that I've slowed down, because I'm managing to have money. One of the key things why I've slowed down is my camper van needs a camber change soon, and it's £550. So I thought, why buy games when I can save up and get that done, then go back to getting games? It's more important to get the van sorted. So I know that's not a collection goal, but that is one of the reasons why I slowed down. One of the main reasons I slowed down is because obviously I've kind of hit, I don't know, plateaued, hit the mark where I kind of got the blues, is it the collector's blues? As soon as I finished the mass system, obviously, if you're new to the channel, obviously I was, before I started doing YouTube videos, I was collecting as I go for my collection in my room. So what I collect is Atari 2600, Amstrad, CPC 464. I collect NES. I've got NES and a few games. I sold quite a lot of my NES collection on, because it's nothing, I didn't have one as a kid, no nostalgia to it. Excuse me. So I sold that on. I sold on my PS1 collection. I had a big PS1 collection that I inherited. I sold that on because I had no real wanting to have any CD based stuff at my own cart. Obviously I collected Super Nintendo, N64, Mega Drive, and Mass System. I have 6 consoles set up there, and they're the 6 consoles I collect for, and obviously the Amstrad, which is over there. So my collecting goals were obviously, when I was going for the push of going for a full set, obviously I didn't set out for a full set. Always wanted a large collection of my system as a kid, so I thought, oh, it'd be great to have a full set. Never thought I would, so I pushed for the Mass System. I was mainly just buying Master System when I was really getting into my collecting thing. Before that, I was just buying loose carts here and there just to play games. So the Master System was the key collection. Went for that, full in, not buying anything else pretty much, and completed all that, and thought I ticked off. And then I started getting things like the classics and the kicks. I'm pointing because that's where they are, and the cards. So I've completed all them. Recently just finished the classics. So technically, Mass System is done. Out of focus over there is some Mark III, which is, I'll bring back to what Ollie's collected. Ollie's collecting Mark III, the old Japanese. Lovely gold boxes. I should have got one off the shelf to show you. I have 3. One of them I had on my shelf for quite a while, which I bought off Ollie because he had a duplicate. I bought it off him, and then recently I picked up 2 off Vinted, 2 for £20, and I was like, I couldn't say no to that, and I had them. Am I going to go down that hole? Am I going to drop in there like Ollie and go for the Mark III collection? No. I know a couple of people who are. Yes, they say they're quite rare, like some of the Mass System games, even though Mark III is Mass System. Shall we say just PAL? Shall I say just normal PAL? And they are expensive, and I think I'm pretty much done with buying expensive games, unless it's something I really, really want. Adding to my collection, like I say, Ollie tagged me wanting to know collection goals. Over there, Amstrad, the hit squad. See, my main focus after the Mass System was to get back on collecting hit squads for the Amstrad, because I was picking up the odd hit squad. And I'm looking over there now, I've got quite a few. I was trying to get just the movie ones, but then I was struggling to find any movie ones at all. So I thought, I'll pick up the old arcade one or the old sports one. I don't know how many games I've got over there now. Quick count, 12, 24. I would say I've got about 60, 70 of them. I think, I can't remember how many is in a full set of hit squad. I think it's about 20 to 30 more I need to get. So I would say one of my collection goals is definitely the hit squad. I would love to keep picking them up now and again. I'm not in any hurry, like Ollie said, with his collection. I kind of was in a hurry to get a lot of this. I'm not anymore. I've managed to get some kind of restraint on myself and calm down and just pick up, instead of like, as soon as I see it on eBay, I was buying them. I want it, I'm buying it. Right now, I'm watching about 4 hit squad games. Right now, I'm watching 4 of them. I could go buy them, but I'm not. I'm trying to, like I said, I'm saving up for the camp van. I'm trying to not buy really anything at the moment. And they're there. If they sell, they sell. It's not a problem. But a couple of them are, I think there's one £40 one £60 So it's like, don't want to be paying that kind of money for a cassette tape. Yeah, I'd like to have them in my collection, but I've also done that trickery of watching it and hoping that I get an offer. Everyone loves an offer, don't they? So they can kind of throw back a cheeky offer, try drop it a little bit more. So that is one of my collection goals, is definitely continue the hit squad. I don't think I'll ever complete it, because there's a few of them games that no one's ever seen in years. They're just rare, unless obviously someone who's got them, a seller, obviously a collector, sells up, and then obviously there's a good chance you can get them. So that is one of the collection goals. It's definitely the hit squad. Super Nintendo, one of the goals this year for the Super Nintendo, or actually the last couple of years, was to complete my childhood set. The key childhood set. I think people who follow my channel will know that I said a story about where I sold on a collection of, I found in the attic, I had a collection of Super Nintendo console, a couple of games and stuff, and I tried it on a new TV. It didn't work. I sold it all for about 26 quid or something, not knowing that I just needed a different cable. And I regretted it ever since when I got back into gaming. So you think you can make out Street Fighter 2 Turbo Tin, which I recently picked up. Obviously, I've got Street Fighter 2 console, action replay, and scope. They were the things I owned as a child, and that was the ones I sold in that bundle. So I completed them. I got them all in. The Turbo Tin was the last thing to get to complete that, as I call that little subset of wanted that childhood thing back in. So I got that, and I've been picking up you can see a few Super Nintendo games. Those who watch my channel will know I was doing a £50 a month Super Nintendo challenge to myself. I felt that was to a point that I felt like it was forcing me to go buying games when I didn't want them or need to buy them. So I kind of curved myself with that and not done it as much lately. I have got another video coming, because I part-texted a few things at CEX, and I've been sat on some vouchers, and I thought, you know what, let's get a couple of SNES games. So I've got a couple of SNES games going. So collecting goals is definitely Super Nintendo still. I do like picking up Super Nintendo. I actually picked up a Switch game. I have got a Switch. I know I don't play modern. What I've been doing is, if there's any interesting games I think I'm going to get around to playing on for the Switch, I've been picking them up. So I've got about 16 Switch games. And the idea and focus behind the Switch is to take it on holiday with me. I should have got a drink. Take on a holiday and use it, play it, which I haven't really done. So I've been taking my modified Game Boy on holiday in the camper van to play on mostly. So I've been picking up the odd Switch game. I am planning on trying to sit down one weekend and play all through my Switch collection and probably film it, just like RetroRewind plays moderns, because I don't play modern, so it'll be quite interesting for me to jump over from this 8 and 16-bit over to the high power class of the Switch and play the Switch. So that is a little collecting goal. If I see the odd game I quite fancy and it's cheap, I'll pick it up. Like I said, the Super Nintendo's a goal, Hit Squad's a goal. Now N64, the N64 behind me is my childhood console. I had one after the Super Nintendo. I put that in the attic, and me and Bro got an N64, and it's the console in the room that gets the least amount of love and the least amount of collecting for, and it really frustrates me because it's one of the consoles I really enjoyed playing as a kid, and it's one I really want to buy games for. So I want to get the whole Star Wars collection, which I do own all of them apart from Battle of Naboo. So that is on my list of collecting goals. I want that one to finish the kind of Star Wars subset. One thing I have found myself doing is writing down in my iPhone, making a list of games I really want to own. Final Fight is still in there. I wanted Final Fight for the Super Nintendo for Christmas '92 when it came out. I never got it. I never owned it, and still today I want to own it. So that is on my collection goals. I know it's one of them games that is going up in price all the time. By the time I come around to buying it, it'll probably be about £300 game. So I do want to dive into the N64. I've got a few loose carts. There's a few ones I want to get boxed. I got Mario Kart loose cart. I want that box. So like the Super Nintendo, where I've been working through my loose carts and getting them in boxes if I want them in boxes. I think it's called collecting, not selling, but I think I'm tempted to let a few of the loose cart Super Nintendo games go to fund the N64 SNES box games, instead of just boxing them, just get rid and just buy some more. So yeah, collecting goals, I keep saying. So we got Hit Squad, Amstrad. There's a couple of key games I want to pick up for the Super Nintendo. And like I said, there's a few key games I want to dive into and pick up for the N64. I think I'm done with throwing money at the collection now. Like just buying anything I see that might interest me. I'm really trying to look at certain games, what I think I'd like to own in the collection. Like I say, I've got EverDrives for everything over there, so I can play any game. But it's just nice to own games. I think if I walked in here and I've got my console set up, but there's nothing behind here, no games on the wall, I think it would be a bit weird playing EverDrive games but having no games in it. I think it would feel strange. Like it wouldn't feel like a games room, like warming in pulling me into play games. And this is quite inviting, so I kind of like having it. Obviously behind my head, on the shelf there, is the Atari, which is my childhood passion. I love the Atari. I've still got my original Atari from childhood. I was trying to pick up the Parker collection. Top shelf is full of Parker games. I was trying to pick up a few Atari games when I was finishing the Master System loss, so it's quite hard to do. So there is definitely some Atari games I want to get boxed. Definitely. I had a spare Atari. I had it modded. And it's superb and plays really well on the CRTV. I actually got it back from Repair Bear pretty much at the same time I picked up the HD one. So I had like 1-2 goes on the HD one, and then my modded one put it onto the CRTV, and I'm just playing the original one. That's gone back in the box. I kind of feel like I shouldn't have bought it. Maybe I should just sell it on and get some money back. So yeah, so the Atari is definitely a collecting goal. Definitely, Parker games are creeping up in price, and there is some rarity ones, but I'd like to pick off a few more. But definitely like to pick off some selected few. I've got quite a lot of loose carts because from my childhood games, I've got loads, about 30 loose cart games. So I've been looking at certain ones I really like, and I've been going, right, I really want that boxed, I really want that one boxed, not so bothered about that box. So that is one of the collection goals, is to pick up a few more Atari box games. That is definitely it. So I think I'm just trying to think of anything else. Collecting goals, I know Ollie's saying collecting goals. Is it just gaming? I've not mentioned the Mega Drive, have I? I have not. Mega Drive, because Ollie's picking up Mega Drive. I've got about 70 Mega Drive games up there. And every time I go on eBay looking at Mega Drive games, I kind of pull myself back from collecting for the Mega. I don't know why. I had a Mega Drive as a kid. I've just switched out my Mega Drive 2 for a Mega Drive 1 and upgraded the cable to the audio stereo one. It looks amazing on the CRTV, sounds amazing. So I've been playing more Mega Drive. So I kind of been looking at Mega Drive as well, like Ollie himself. And there is a few certain games I remember having as a child that I don't own. So they're on my radar to pick up a list. So I know I'm gonna have to sit down at some point and write a list of games I want to pick up, so I'm not wasting any money just throwing. And like I said, any of the games I've been playing through on the EverDrive, if there's anything I really like and enjoy on there, I think, do you know what, I'd like an hard copy of that. And often you find, though, the games you really enjoy, you look on eBay and you're like, or CH, oh, fucking hell, they're expensive, because it's a good game. So yeah, that's pretty much my collecting goals in here. I know Ollie's pointing at games, but me personally, I'm a massive film buff. I love movies. I watch more movies than I play games. So my media window's been filling up with a lot more VHS tapes. So I've been enjoying picking up them. A few Laserdiscs. Laserdisc player is on my list. I want to get a Laserdisc player next year. 2025 goal, Laserdisc player. So I've been picking up, excuse me, a few more VHS tapes. I've really been, like games, I'm trying not to get fodder. I'm trying to get VHS tapes that I know I want for my collection, I've owned in my collection back in the day, and I know I'll watch. So I have on my shelf. I like to watch my VHS tapes. And also, I can see myself going down a bit of an old with 4K. So I've got a 4K player downstairs in the room. The TV's not 4K, and the missus goes, "We ain't got a 4K TV." But no, the answer to that is yet. That is coming next. So I definitely want to pick up. I've been picking up more DVDs. I think people who have been watching my pickups of late would see now I've been picking up quite a few more DVDs. I want to be able to pick up 4Ks. I like the steelbooks. The steelbooks are amazing, but I'm trying to not get into that hole with that. It's the same as all this when you start buying special editions and stuff like that. I do like some of the steelbooks. So there is certain ones I've actually pre-ordered a couple of special editions for December. I've ordered Demolition Man and He-Man Masters of the Universe. So 2 special editions that are due out in December. So I've pre-ordered them. But definitely I'm going to go down the old of 4Ks. Definitely need to pick up some more 4Ks. Definitely. So, like I said, I'm a massive movie buff. So I will be at the week. I'm just planning myself at the weekend. I've already done DVDs, Blu-rays, and I noticed some of my 4Ks are mixed in with Blu-rays. So I'm going to separate my 4Ks at the end and see what 4Ks I got. So I'm not re-picking up anything again. And also I joined, worst thing you can do, like the gaming groups on Facebook. I joined a 4K one on Facebook, and people are showing what they've been buying. It's like, oh, fuck's sake. But it's interesting. The good thing about that, the people who've been buying them, you can comment and ask them if it's worth buying, if the picture's any better, is it worth buying it? And to be fair, some people are being really honest. Some people have been going, oh, there's not much difference between the 4K over the Blu-ray. Only reason they got it because of special edition steel book or something like that. And then some people are like, oh yeah, like film like Saving Private Ryan. A few people have said it's amazing on 4K. So I will probably pick that one up on 4K, to be fair, because that is a stellar movie. I love that movie. Right, sorry, I've gone on for 20 minutes. I've just seen 20-minute timer above my head. I do apologise. I've been trying to get around to doing this VR, and it's another VR I need to do. Yeah, Retro Red Steve tagged me in one to do one for the movie gene one, and genre, shall I say gene, genre, the I need to get around doing that one as well, so hopefully I get that one done this week. So yeah, thanks very much, Ollie 8-bit boy UK, for tagging me and asking me to do a VR. I've managed to sit down now and get it done. It's getting quite late tonight. I thought I'll sit down for 10 minutes. I've gone on for 20 minutes, and that is my collection goals. So I don't think it's much exciting. That's some great English there. Very exciting. But like I said, I've been collecting for a number of years now. I've pretty much got to a point where my room is where I like it. What in here is what I like. So like I said, there's only a few key things. And us collectors, we never stop collecting, do we? So I'm sure there's always something that's gonna, like a magpie, gonna shine and catch my eye, and I'll get it. But yeah. Thanks very much for watching. I if you got to this bit and not got bored after 5 minutes and turned off, I appreciate you watching. Feel free to do a VR yourself to Ollie. I'll put a link below to Ollie's channel. You all watch me. You obviously all watch Ollie, because we're the small people. So yeah, do a VR. If you can't, comment below. Let me know what your collection goals are for say for 2025, because it's rapidly approaching, isn't it? So what your collecting goals for 2025? Let me know, guys, in the comments. It'd be good to hear from you, and take care, and I'll see you on the next one.